Hey there everyone, this is Noah from Knights of 67 with another State of Affairs video. This is the second State of Affairs video I have done. If you wish to see the first, there will be an annotation on the screen, so go ahead and click that and see the first video. If you don't want to see it, that's fine. It's not really that relevant to today's State of Affairs video. And for those of you that don't know or are new to the State of Affairs video, this is basically my type of video, or our type of video, as this channel will be more cooperative later on down the road. It's basically our way of you know, answering the community and stuff like that. Basically just general gaming news, both World of Warcraft related and non-World of Warcraft related. Just general interest of the subscriber base, or just the gaming community as a whole, or things that we find interesting. And then, you know, as our channel progresses, you know, and we start getting questions and things of that nature, you know, we'll start doing Q&As and stuff like that. And it's also like updates on our channel and everything like that, and what will come in the next week or two. This is generally planned to be a weekly series. Sometimes it may be, sometimes it may not be. There's really no you know, specific time that I will come out with these videos right now, but later on they will be a weekly video. And if any of you would like to submit questions to us that you have, or just general feedback or whatever, you can go ahead and leave either a comment in this video, message us here on YouTube, or you can follow us on Twitter and tweet at us your questions. You know, yes, we do have a Twitter up at the moment, so if you want to follow us for uploading updates and everything like that, those will be on Twitter as well. That's really the only thing that's on there at the moment. And so go ahead and do that if you so choose to do so. So with that, I have about 3 or 4 different topics for today, and with that, we'll just go ahead and get right into things. The most recent of WoW news that I could uncover is a new Recruit a Friend mount known as the Emerald Hippogryph. You are seeing it on screen, and it looks very, very cool. Very Cenarian-like, you know, with the Night Elves and such. And I think it's probably the coolest I've seen out of the Recruit a Friend mounts. You know, Recruit a Friend is a really nice program. You know, if one of your friends are on the fence, you know, both you and your friend get a ton of rewards. And you know, it rewards, you know, cooperative play between you and your friend, and obviously it should, since it's an MMO. But this Emerald Hippogryph is really, really nice. I like it a lot, and you know, it honestly has me thinking about bringing in some friends to World of Warcraft as well. Of course, the main thing with Recruit a Friend is always, you know, people are always going to argue that, you know, like Blizzard are getting desperate to bring in new players or anything. But, I mean, they've had the Recruit a Friend system since, like, BC, I think. If not early Wrath. And the game was, by no stretch of the imagination, in danger. In fact, it was on the rise during those expansions. So, I don't think that's a very valid point. But, you know, I think Recruit a Friend is nice. I think it has, you know, increased its rewards. And compared to the Zevra, the Touring Rocket, and the Heart of Nightwing, like Flying Panther mount, I think that this is probably the coolest next to the Nightwing. Definitely. That's a matter of opinion, but again, you know, something you may want to think about if one of your friends are on the fence of, you know, wanting to play World of Warcraft and such. So something you may want to consider. Another important point that I would like to make that may interest some of you out there is that the BlizzCon virtual ticket for 2013 is available. It has been available for a while, but since it is a virtual ticket, I would imagine it does not sell out. The virtual ticket is available for $40, and, well, that's $40 if you live in the US. And then, you know, the virtual ticket is really cool. If you don't know what it is, you can go to World of Warcraft's website or anything, and they have, you know, a virtual ticket thing right on the front page, and there's a trailer for it and stuff. And basically, it's you know, if you don't live out in California, or if you can't afford to go to California, or if you can't afford a BlizzCon ticket, which they're well sold out at this point, but you know, etc., etc. It's a great way to basically go to BlizzCon without actually going to BlizzCon. And it may actually be, you know, more preferable for certain people. You know, if you're not big into, you know, being surrounded by a ton of nerds, well, I mean, chances are you're a nerd with other nerds, but still, you know, I mean, if you're not, you know, you don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of people, or you don't like the convention, you know, feel or whatever, then that's absolutely fine. You basically get to have access to every single corner of BlizzCon by just, you know, zooming around in the camera and such. I believe it's by DirecTV is who it is provided by, and you get, you know, a ton of stuff. Which will bring me to my next point is if you order the virtual ticket, you can get the Merkalot pet, which I am showing on screen. It's basically the Crusader, the new class that they added for the Diablo 3 expansion, which is coming out later next year in 2014. This pet is pretty cool. So it is the Crusader from Diablo 3's new expansion, but a Murloc, and Blizzard always does some kind of Murloc World of Warcraft pet. And then for StarCraft 2, I believe you get a custom portrait or something. And then Diablo 3, you get a cool banner that says BlizzCon, has like a mark of death, they called it, I think it was. And then for Hearthstone, you get a special minion card, like a mystery minion is what they're calling it. I don't know if it'll be a cohesive card or if it'll be like one of so many cards or something. But very cool indeed. And so, you know, all Blizzard games get special rewards and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you play one or you play all of them, you're going to get something out of it. Some little, you know, virtual thing. And I definitely think the Hearthstone and the WoW one are probably the coolest, but you know, I don't really play StarCraft 2, and I haven't played Diablo 3 in quite some time. But again, very, very cool stuff, and obviously at BlizzCon this year, they will have some stuff on Reaper of Souls, which is the Diablo 3 expansion. I'm sure they will announce the new World of Warcraft expansion, Dark Below. You know, just all kinds of cool stuff. So the virtual ticket I would highly recommend if you have $40 laying around. It would be a great use of $40, especially considering going to actual BlizzCon would cost a hell of a lot more, and you get to basically go to BlizzCon just from the comfort of your own home. So that's awesome, and I believe if you miss coverage, you know, you don't have to worry because you get full archives of it and stuff like that. So really, there's no downside to buying the virtual ticket. So I've kind of been, you know, shamelessly promoting the virtual ticket, but you know, in case you weren't aware of it, you know, it's a great thing. So I will definitely use the virtual ticket since I do not live in California, nor can I afford to go to California or BlizzCon. So you know, I will be doing it. I may be streaming BlizzCon virtual ticket and stuff like that on Twitch and stuff like that. So info will follow as BlizzCon gets closer. It is the 8th and the 9th of November, and so updates on that will be there when it is closer to BlizzCon. So again, very cool, and I have shamelessly promoted BlizzCon long enough. So let's go ahead and get on to the final point here. Now, if you watched my previous State of Affairs video, then you remember me talking about a topic called Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the Storm is something that Blizzard recently trademarked, and it caused some controversy in the Dark Below, you know, controversy, and how Dark Below was previously called a hoax and then not a hoax, and then, you know, now people think Heroes of the Storm may be the next expansion and stuff like that. And although to my knowledge I may be wrong, so feel free to correct me, but to my knowledge it's really not confirmed still what Heroes of the Storm is. But I've heard a lot of people talking on like forums and commenting on that last video that it is a rebranding of Blizzard All-Stars. And for those of you that don't know what Blizzard All-Stars is, it's basically Dota, but with Blizzard heroes. So you could play as Illidan, Arthas, StarCraft 2 Marines or something, I would imagine. I don't really play StarCraft, sorry. Diablo, Tyrael, you know, just all kinds of cool Blizzard characters like that. And honestly, I've been really excited for it. And if I remember correctly, it was originally going to be a StarCraft 2 mod, and it still might be, but honestly, if they're rebranding it, I don't see why it wouldn't be a standalone game. So I think that Heroes of the Storm being a rebranding of Blizzard All-Stars has some legitimacy to it, because, you know, if you're outside of Blizzard games, it's really not going to make that much sense if it's called Blizzard All-Stars, and, you know, Heroes of the Storm may be a more fitting name. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's Blizzard's call. So it probably isn't WoW related, and I didn't really feel like it was WoW related, because one, it was copyrighted so late. The Dark Below, you know, this is pure speculation. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in at the end of the video here. You know, the Dark Below, I think, is pretty likely, just because there's so much they can do with it. It's a very mysterious title. You know, we can speculate that it's Queen Azshara, but it could also be the Burning Legion, or it could be something else entirely, for all we know. And, you know, it could be a ton of different stuff. So it is a very mysterious title by nature. So it causes some controversy, some discussion, which is exactly what Blizzard wants right before BlizzCon. But also, if you remember the Corgis Unleashed or whatever it was, that fake copyright claim that was on MMO Champion, and MMO Champion posted about it, and they're like, looks like Dark Below is a hoax. People thought it was maybe an inside job between MMO and Blizzard, which I thought, you know, that's relatable. Or maybe they made it up because Blizzard got mad at them for exposing it, because they want, you know, it to be a major shocker at BlizzCon. And it does seem like that could be pretty legit, because if you remember, right after, well, not like immediately after, but pretty damn soon after it was announced that Dark Below was copyrighted, Blizzard sent out Hearthstone beta and all kinds of stuff. And then, like, you know, not too soon after that, patch 5.4. So they're like throwing all that. It's like throwing candy at a kid to distract them. Like, just take it. Just take it. Don't pay attention to that. Just take it. You know. So I think it's you know, pretty legitimate that this could be, you know, the next expansion, the Dark Below. And I don't believe that Heroes of the Storm is anything WoW related. And since nothing else has been copyrighted, I think the Dark Below pretty much has to be the next expansion, because it ultimately comes down to the Dark Below and Heroes of the Storm. Now, either one, I suppose, could theoretically be the next expansion, but I still think Dark Below is probably the most likely. Now, whether or not that consists of Queen Azshara or the Burning Legion or a completely another topic, I have no clue, which is why I've made tons and tons of discussion videos about it, is because I have no fucking clue, and no one else does either. So we'll just have to wait another, actually less than a month now, because it's the 8th and 9th of November. So we'll just have to wait until BlizzCon see, but I am really, really excited. Again, I will probably be live streaming and giving my thoughts on BlizzCon, stuff like that, when the time comes. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more Hearthstone beta videos if you so want to see them. Let me know what you think about those. And, you know, just general things like that, more WoW discussions. I'm trying to put out that second part of that Mr. Pandaria discussion video. So stay tuned for that. More State of Affairs and just little, you know, different types of videos and stuff like that. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to submit questions for future Q&As, comment on this video if you so wish, or it would be preferred that you message us here on YouTube, or that you follow us on Twitter and ask us questions there, because we're always on Twitter and stuff like that. And so I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.